Okay, so in number 65 and 10.2, I have this funny table that tells me about two functions. So my table has the x's range from -3 to 3, and then f is 9, 7, 6. Why am I reading this? Look in the book. There's a table in the book.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're asking me, is f invertible based on the book? And then, if not, explain why. If so, construct a table for the values for which this thing's defined.
Okay.
Okay, so is f invertible
I think so.
from this table?
Because it doesn't have any repeated y values given varying x values.
Yeah, so you should be looking for the horizontal line test, right? The horizontal line test is really asking, are there two y's for the same x? Right? Wait,
Are there two
No.
y's for different x's?
that's the vertical line test.
Yeah.
What's the horizontal line test
Are
say?
there two x's for the same y?
Are there two x's that give you the same y?
Yeah.
So, are there two y's that are the same in this list?
I don't see two y's.
No. So, f is invertible, and one way we could demonstrate that f is invertible is we could give a table for f inverse of f. Okay, now this is the weird part. What are the inputs for f inverse?
9.
Nice. The inputs for f inverse should be the outputs for f, right?
Yeah.
So the outputs for f are 9, 7, 6, -4, -5, -8, -9. Okay, what are the x values that go with those?
The inputs of the non-inverse function. -3, -2, -1.
Okay, so
Range between -3 and 3.
I need to know where did 9 come from? Well, 9 came from -3. Where did 7 come from?
-2.
-2 and
0,
7.
1, 2, 3.
That's 2 and 3.
Rock on.
Questions? Is all good with backing that out? Right, that's really just this table flipped over, right? Okay, answer the same question in part A for G.
Well,
Is G invertible?
I don't know. Yeah, it has to be 3s. That's
G isn't invertible. Pretty clearly. Because G takes several things to 3,
yes.
right? G of -3 is G of -1. So that is plenty.
Yep.
Vertical.
Horizontal.
Horizontal.
Yeah.
What? Oh, well, I couldn't.
You can't see.
Yeah, I was. So, okay.
Okay, make a table for values for h of x is f done to g. Whoa. Okay, so I need a table for x and then f of g of x.
Alright.
So when your input is g of x is -3.
Okay, so I take -3 and I should put it into which, g or f
G of
first?
x.
G?
Yes.
Okay, so if I take -3 and put it in g, I get 3.
And when we put 3 into f of x, you get -9.
And then I put 3 into f and I get -9. Okay, how about when I plug
-2.
-2?
You get one.
Plug it into g first, and then where does 1 go under f?
-5.
1 goes to -5. Okay, -1 goes to 6. No.
No, it goes to 3.
Under which function, right?
G.
I want under g. So -1 goes to 3, 3 goes to -9 again. Oh, I should probably just go out of my way quick and list that one out as well. Right? Because there's another one that goes to 3, so I may as well get that written down.
So when you plug in 0, you get 2, and when you plug in 2, you get -8.
So 0 goes to 2, 2 goes to -8. Good. 1 goes to -3.
-3 goes to 9.
-3 goes to +9. And 2 goes to -1, and -1 goes to 6. Okay, and now I bet their next question is F of G invertible?
Explain why you cannot define a function.
Oh, that sucks. Never mind. I'm going to answer the question I wanted them to ask.
What?
Is F composed with G
No.
invertible?
No. No.
Why not?
Because there's, yeah. Because g of x is not invertible.
Yeah, because if you can't undo one of the steps, you're going to have a hard time undoing the rest, right?
Yeah.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Explain why I cannot define a function by g of f of x. So like if they ask me to do this table where I do x and then do g to f, well, why am I going to have trouble with that?
Hold on. Oh, because there are things
Like,
that go
just try
outside
it.
the range.
Close.
There are things that go outside the domain.
Okay, so -3.
So -3 goes to 9.
The range of f of
And then
x,
when you do
There's no.
g to 9,
yeah, the range of f of x goes beyond the domain of g of x.
yeah. So I think I would say
What was it?
the range of f of x isn't in the domain of g of x. You guys kind of with me on that? Is any of the range of f in the domain of g? Nope. Bummer. So that's one of those pictures, right? Where f goes like this to some blob over here, right? And then g takes some different blob places, and they don't overlap at all. If I had to say what you ought to write for this, I would, what are they actually asking? They're asking, why can you not define a function j by the formula g of f? I would say you can define a function, it's just really boring. The function that you're defining doesn't take anything anywhere, right? That's what I would call the empty function, right? It's like the j that they're talking about. Wow, really saying I'm going to do it to something is a little bit disingenuous, right? Oops, that was supposed to be a nice curly brace, and then it got away from me. You guys remember when we talked about these things making lists? So this is a list with nothing in it, right? So j is a function from the empty list to the empty list. Yeah, there is a symbol for that. This is why I don't like you guys to cross your zeros.
Yeah, my truth teacher got mad at me for crossing my zeros.
Yeah.
We wrote that down for them to find.
And she's like, there's a difference between 0 and a set with nothing in it. I can put 0 into an empty bucket, but like, doesn't the empty bucket already has nothing? Like, I don't know. She had this way of describing it. That had something to do with an empty bucket
So-
and putting nothing into the empty bucket being different than the empty bucket itself.
How about this? 0 is the idea of having no things, right? That's different than having no things in a list. Because if you include 0 in your list, you have a list that contains the idea of having no things.
Right, right. But if your list just has no things.
Yeah, versus the list that just is empty.
Yeah.
So this is the difference in computer coding between a null pointer
Mhm.
and a variable initialized as 0. Right? The computer knows what to do with a variable initialized as 0. A null pointer just points at an empty spot in the memory and says, use this. But you can't do calculations with that because there's nothing there.
Right.
Right? You can add 0. You can't add.
Nothing.
You can't
Add
add this. It
nothing.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You guys cool with that?
Uh-huh.